kids go home after being with me for 2 years, that it was great. They went home and I've maintained contact with them. Doesn't always happen, so that's a real highlight. And another boy I had, he's been gone for 11 years. He still comes back to see us and visit of his own volition. Now he's 18. There's been a few highlights, but the best highlights are when they actually go home to a better situation than they came from and things work out for them. Challenging moment was a 3-year-old boy that just arrived, and he'd been here for a couple of days, and he'd also been in care previous to coming here, so he was used to being quite spoiled and would constantly just lay in the hallway screaming. And to overcome that, we decided that we'd just ignore him, so we walked around him, over him, and left him screaming all the time until he decided himself that no, people were not going to take any notice of me. So he stood up, stopped screaming, and we never had any problems with him after that doing that same thing. But he's now much older, an adult, out of care, and he still comes back to visit and still tells us about the time he laid in the hallway screaming and we kept stepping over him. People think that they have to take a certain child, a certain age, whereas you don't. You get to choose what ages you take, what genders you take, and you can have breaks, you can take holidays, you get to choose what fits into your family and the genders that fit into your family, how big your home is. Doesn't have to be a huge home, it's your choices. So yes, the misconceptions are people think they don't have a choice, and they do. Well, the advice that I was given when I started to care for kids was they are not my children, they are someone else's children, and be mindful of that we can only do what we can do. I attended a lot of training in the early days, which really made it easier to understand. I also got a huge support network with the buddy system. To a new carer, expect the unexpected, have fun, keep laughing, and just love them like they're your own.